Hey guys, got my little Hallows Eve suit on. Alright, this is going to be a hard video for me because, and then I think everyone after this is going to be easier for me to make, and I'm going to try to look at the camera this time more. This is going to be hard for me because this is around the time, like, my first traumatizing experience happened when I was 8. This is around the time that I started doing weird things that 8-year-olds shouldn't be doing. But again, this was the 90s. So I feel like this is gonna fall off. Cheap ass. Okay. I have some notes here. Alright, so I can't remember where I left off on the last video. Bear with me. But I know that it was boring because I can't really remember much. I just remember, like, the traumatizing experience of my mom getting beat and stuff like that. And her just really working her ass off and doing what she gotta do. It was like she was a single mom, only she had a girlfriend. It was weird. I wonder if this... I don't know. So around that time, I see a lot of this. I don't know the exact ages, but from 6 to 8 is where a lot of my life changed. For one, my mom left her girlfriend. So my mom left her girlfriend. We moved to Providence, back to my papa's house. We waited for an apartment in Autonomy Hill to get moved. And then I was in Providence school for like a year. I remember a little bit of it. Like, I remember one memory where my mom was tying my shoes before catching the bus. And then I remember one time at school, a little Spanish kid was helping me how to do my, helping me learn how to do my 1 to 10 in Spanish. Fun stuff. And then in first grade, I don't know how old you are in first grade, but half of first grade, I moved back out to Newport. I moved to 58 Cowley Street. I probably was like 7, maybe 6. I don't know. But then I started going to Sheffield School, which was bomb. Anybody who remembers Sheffield? Woo! That was the joint. I was supposed to be the class of dimes to graduate 2010. But I did not. We'll get to that. Let's see. I moved to 58 Cowley Street. My mom was still, like, I guess, fucking around with the girl. So I actually, this is where things get twisted in my life. Okay, so I was 8 years old when I caught my mom doing the do with her girlfriend. After that, I found out what masturbation was, and I also would, this is a little weird, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but when I was 8 years old, I had my friends, like, doing me. Like, I've done, like, 2 of my friends twice. I remember 2 times. But I usually got it, and I had one friend that really liked to do it a lot, and, like, I don't know. It was just a weird, cringy time in my life, okay? Just put it like that, okay? Now, moving on to 8 years old. So, I was 8, almost 9, and I remember, alright, my mom sent me to her best friend's house to get some milk. Now, her best friend, her name was Doris. She's, rest in peace. She was an alcoholic, and this is where my life kind of flopped and kind of went downhill. I knocked on her door. She didn't answer. And this is story time, okay? And I'm going to have more, like, I'm going to talk about events that's happened in my life. Like, obviously, I'm going to go fast on certain events and then story time on others. So this is a story time. So I go to her door. I knock on her door. I might need something to drink. I knock on her door, and she didn't answer. So I knock harder. And, like, at this point, I'm kind of banging on the door, whatever. So she answers the door, like, she flings the door open. She's like, why are you banging on my door? Like, what are you, some kind of animal? Drags me in the house. She's yelling and screaming in my face. I don't know what she's saying at this point. I was crying. And then I remember her saying, oh, what are you, a little baby? You want to wear a diaper? And stuff like that. So she drags me into the hallway. And she starts pulling down my pants, and she says, oh, I'm going to put a diaper on you. I'm going to put a diaper on you. At that point, as she got my pants unbuttoned and started pulling them down, I scrambled up. I ran out the house, grabbed my bike. I didn't even ride my bike up. I ran up. My mom could hear me because I was on Chadwick Street, and I think it was Chadwick and Cowie that had the double hill. I don't know. But I was running up them hills, and my mom could hear me through the hills. And I was just screaming and crying. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, she literally dragged me in there and said I was being a baby and wanted to put a diaper on me. Like, trauma. Anyway, I was 8 years old, and after that, it got kind of deep because I actually had to testify against her. My mom pressed charges, and I had to go to court and point her out. Like, I definitely remember that. My mom was standing on the side of me, and she was just like, go ahead, and I didn't know really what I was doing then, but it's cringy now to think, like, I was 8 years old up in the stands, like, pointing out somebody who basically kind of, I don't know what she did really. I mean, assaulted me. Like, I sexually assaulted me because she tried to pull down my pants. But it's not like she was trying to have sex with me or anything. She was trying to put a diaper on me. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, moving on. So after that, she actually passed away 3 months later. And I thought it was my fault. Sorry, I'm really emotional. I'm a Cancer, so. I thought it was my fault for the longest time. Until I met up with my Aunt Danielle, which is her daughter, and sorry about that, guys. I got cut off. Somebody called my phone, and I lost the video, but. So I thought for the longest it was my fault until my aunt reassured me that it wasn't, that she had an alcoholic problem. And I understood at that point because my mom was an alcoholic. So that happened. I say that a lot. I've noticed in some of my videos. That happened. So that happened. And then after that, I started, I guess, I have to find the paper, but my mom showed me a paper, when I was older, about how, when I was 8 years old, I started having bad dreams, I started having behavioral problems. Also, one thing I would like to point out is that, I don't think I said it in the other video, but I'm pretty sure this happened. I want to say this happened in at Sim Street. It might have happened on Cowie. I'm not sure. But anyway, my stepmom, Paula, actually fell down the stairs. And so I was sleeping. And you know how you're like you're still sleeping, but you can hear shit? I heard a barrel fall down the stairs. And she was big. She was 2 and change. So almost 3, probably 300. So I heard a barrel fall down the stairs, and I got up because she was calling She was calling my mom's name first, and then she started calling my name. So I woke up. I turned on the hallway light, and I looked down the stairs, and her face was on the back door, and the stairs was right here. So she was looking up the stairs. And she couldn't move her neck, and there was blood everywhere. All behind her, down, like, everywhere. Traumatizing. Trauma. So I gotta start looking at the camera. It's weird. This is weird, bro. Anyway. So that happened. And then I tried to wake up my mom. She would not wake up because, like I said, they were alcoholics. My mom was alcoholic since I could remember. She started when she could start drinking. So, I tried to wake her up for like 5 minutes. And then we finally called the ambulance. This lady literally had a ring around her head with poles to keep her head still because she couldn't move her neck. Oh, it's just hurting my neck thinking about it. Ooh, I got fibromyalgia too. So, that happened. And then that was traumatizing. So I started having dreams of, vivid dreams of me on top of a cliff and her at the bottom calling my name, which was really, like, those were, like, nightmares, like, bad dreams. So that kind of sucked. And then, I remember my mom, she met my stepdad when I was 9. It was around my 9th birthday. My 9th birthday was pretty awesome. I had, like, a slip and slide into, like, obviously on the slip and slide, sometimes they have the pools. Well, we had the little pool, and then we had the huge pool, so you slip and slide into the little pool and jump into the big pool. I had it all set up. My mom was, that party was lit. I had my face on a cake and all this other shit. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. At 10 years old, what was I doing at 10? 10 years old, I started getting depressed. Probably because of I've always been an empath, and my mom sheltered me a lot. So the negative stuff that I've seen was, like, really negative. Like, it really weighed me down. So I think that's where I started getting depressed. And then I'm going to end this video because at 11, I moved. So 10 is where I get depressed, and then I see they're starting to tear down Tawny Hill, which really fucking sucked because this was like 2002, and that was like, I don't know, this was before computers, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was where you actually played outside, like, and then they were, like, taking my whole childhood away. So it was really, really depressing. Very depressing. And I was getting bullied in school because I used to wear a bunch of little butterfly clips. So, yeah, I was getting bullied in school. And I used to hang out with the girl who used to eat her own hair. So, yeah, I was a little weird. That was a little weird. Anyway, I can't even say that's weird because, I mean, it's a disorder. It's not her fault. And we were young. So, yeah. And then, I don't know, I kind of want to keep going, but it's like, I want to do it in segments. So, like, I want to see if people really, watch it. But, I mean, I don't really care. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is for my kids. But I want to make it, like, cool. Like, you know, a little segment thing. So 11, I was still living on Cowie Street. That's when we were, like, transitioning to the Heights. They called it Newport Heights. They're all new buildings. They were really nice. We had our own yards, all that. But they were, like, really strict. And yo, I gotta say, it wasn't until, like, 13 that my life started getting really, really out of hand, like crazy. But, also, 11, at 11 years old, I think that was 12. I'll get into that next video. But anyway, that is what happened. Those were the main memories that I can remember. Actually, I'm lying. Okay, so I'm going to get into like little segments of my life at that time on Cowie Street. So my Cowie Street memories, I had a crush on Carlos Febles, one of the Febles brothers. They were three brothers. And I had a crush on my kid's father, JR. I had a crush on him since I was like 8, though. But, well, yeah, that was around the time I moved to Cali. Anyway, so, shit. Alright, and then, when I was about, I'd say 10, I was about 10, my mom let me walk from Autonomy Hill all the way to Burger King to pick her up from work, and then we'd walk from Burger King to, the athletic club, which is not there anymore, next to Wendy's, on East Main Road in Middletown. Because she wanted to lose weight. She thought she was that fat, but she wasn't. My mom got up to like 350 pounds, no neck, and she was not that big at that time, but she still was going at it and doing her thing. I used to go in the hot tub, all kinds of stuff, like, the Newport Athletic Club was pretty lit, I could say. She went there for years. It was a nice spot. What else? Little memories I can remember. My friends at the time were kind of weird. Like, I hung out with, like, the only other 2 white girls in the neighborhood. I hung out with one black girl, Andrea. She was pretty cool. I loved her. She was my favorite. She was a Jamaican. That was my favorite friend. I kept talking to her too, even when we moved into the Heights. But yeah, I think that's all I can remember, really. My mom used to take me out all the time. Every Friday we'd go to the Chinese buffet. Every Friday, we'd go to the bowling alley. Oh my God, I don't know who remembers that bowling alley with the fucking... Yo, they had a nightclub on the side. And before it turned into like 18 and older, it was like 13 plus. And they had a pool in there and everything. Who remembers that? I want to know what it's called. But the bowling alley, my mom would, like, me and my friend would go to, bowling, and then my mom would go to the bar that was on the other side, and we'd order food, all kinds of shit, anything we wanted. I'd get a Virgin Bloody Mary, of course. And then those were good times. What else? Sledding. Oh, can't forget that, because, next video we ain't gonna have that. My fucking, let me unplug this. The sledding on Autonomy Hill. Alright, that's where I'm gonna end this video too. Sledding down Sunset Hill was probably the most enjoyable time of my life. And the kids nowadays will know nothing about it. They don't know shit. Yo, sliding down that hill, and if you slide good enough, you slide right into that street. Yo, that adrenaline rush, have you done for the day. You'll be ready to go home and take a nap. Your mom will. What did you do today? I fucking almost got hit by a car, bitch. Good times. But anyway, that's my story until I was 11, and then from 11, I'll do another video. Okay? Nikki F. Baby, a.k.a. Crazy.